Hey folks, Vic here with a weekly trade video for Friday, October the 8th, 2021. I made this video to show you how we find high odds scalping opportunities, short-term trading opportunities, and most importantly, how we manage them once we're in. So what I did was record these trades live, okay, before they happen, so you can see the setup, not in hindsight. And I've merged together videos of 3 different trades, again, all of them live, recorded ahead of time, as I say, and not after the fact. As you'll see in these videos. These are short-term scalp trades, which is short-term trading. And the idea behind these trades is to take on small initial pip risk that have very nice reward risk potential. Because when you have small pip risk, it doesn't take much of a move for you to get the risk out to get up 1 to 1, then 2, 3, 4 to 1, or much higher. Okay. Once we're in a trade, then trade management is of paramount importance. I mean, it's just so critical. What we want to do is watch the price action and remove risk as soon as it's practical to do so, right? Now, there's all sorts of ways to manage a trade, and we have some very specific protocols that I recommend for our traders, and they do a pretty good job of keeping our risk in check, right? Actually, you'll see on one of the trades where I got out for a break even, it would have ended up being a full loss had I not, used some trade management. I hope that these live recorded videos are helpful for you, just to get a sense of how we trade and what we look for. If short-term trading is something that would be of interest to you, take a look at our service. I put a link in to our services in the text below this video or in the email that you receive. Maybe it's something for you, maybe it's not. Whatever, I'm just putting it out there if you want to have a look. By the way, please listen to the very end of the video, because I have some comments that I really think or I hope anyway, are going to resonate with you and help you with your trading. If you like this video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up by hitting the like button, and be sure to subscribe to our channel. Just click the button in the lower right corner of the video. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Let's take a look. Hey folks, Vic Noble here, and I just thought I would grab the mic and record this trade live if we get filled. It's on the Euro-Yen pair. This is Monday, October the 4th, 2021. The analysis is like this, and this is scalping, okay? So don't you have to understand the style of trading that you're doing. And in this case, we're just looking for some short-term pips that make sense. And you can see that this has been this level along here on the daily chart. This is a daily chart. Has been a really strong level right here. It reacted quite well. Even when it went below it, it came and reacted again here and here. We don't know what's going to happen. It's moved beyond its normal average daily range from the low of the day on Monday up to where it's been. So we're aware of that. We also, on our 4-hour chart, need to be aware of levels as well. And I've got this red line, which marks another very good 4-hour level where price moved up very strongly from. So we have to be aware of that when we put these orders in. And in this case, what I'm going to be doing is I drop down on my 15-minute chart. And remember that this 4-hour level is at 129.42. So on my 15-minute chart, I'm going to be looking to sell back at this daily level right here of 129.33. But my stop's going to be just above this 129.42, just in case price comes up and retests that. Okay, so we'll see what happens, and stand by. Okay, this trade just got filled at 129.33, and we have a just an 11 pip risk in this trade. So let's monitor it and see if we can get a few pips out of it. So yeah, you can see that price hit this level and has come down quite nicely here. I've now reduced my risk to just 7 pips now on this trade, okay, because of the reaction, the candle action, and so on. So let's see if we get something further here. Okay, so we're into the trade management part of this now, which is a very, very important part of trading. And so when, short from 129.33, it's moved down nicely. We got this nice pin bar on the 15-minute chart, and it's come down. So it's been up way over 1 to 1. So what I usually suggest especially for our newer members starting out, is just, take profit on half your position at 1 to 1. And you still have a lot of room down to the downside to make a lot more pips. So overall, the trade can become 2, 3, 4 to 1, depends, on how much it moves, obviously. But at least it gives you a like, even if you take a 1-to-1 profit, which would have been 11 pips, you can still put your stop above these highs here, and even if you get stopped out, you'll still make some money. But you're allowing price to breathe and to come back and maybe retest before it goes down again. That happens quite often, and a lot of people just get stopped out only to see it then drop further. So there's just so many different ways to manage a trade. There's no right or wrong answer on any of it, but definitely, you want to get risk out of a trade as soon as it's practical to do so. Okay, so I'll stand by and see what ends up happening with this trade. Okay, folks, let me bring the 15-minute chart up here, and there's different ways to handle taking profit, just to manage your trade in general. And so an initial 11 pip profit was taken here from selling at 129.33, and then we have this level down here at the figure. The reason it's a red line is because I have it identified as also as a 4-hour level of interest right here, where price rallied a little tiny bit and then dropped very, very hard from here. You can see the price, there was a sensitive area. Price reacted around it a bit, so it's one that I want to watch. Not only that, on the 15-minute chart, we have some people who prefer to use Fibonacci levels for selling and buying at and taking profits. And from the high down to the low, as we retraced into our sell level here, this is a 127% extension as well to the same place. Now it may go a lot further down, right? These are just ideas for taking profit and ending up with a profitable day of trading. So anyway, I hope that that live trade example was helpful, and you can get a bit of an idea how we do it in our scalp service. And yeah, if you want any information about it, let me know. My email address is it's in the text below this video, or yeah, it'll be there. All right. Thanks so much. See ya. Hey folks, I apologize. I actually left out one of the most important parts about this trade, and that is, why did we take the trade? Well, it's because when we hit this level of expected resistance on the daily chart, we then look for a pattern. Is there a reason to sell it? And on our 15-minute chart, well, first of all, on our 4-hour chart, when we hit that level right here, this is a pin bar reversal. So there's a rally pin bar reversal at resistance on a daily chart, and we drop down to our 15-minute chart, and our members will recognize this as a swing break rotation. That's what this is, one of our patterns. And yeah, so since I cut the recording off, it's now up well over 50 pips. So pretty good trade, working out quite well. Okay, just wanted to add that in. Thanks. Hey folks, just hit the record button here. This is a potential short trade setting up on the Australia-US dollar pair on October the 7th, 2021. And yeah, we're on our daily chart. What's happening here is that we have come down and we're hitting some resistance here. See these wicks in here? There's 4-hour levels in here. So like when you drill down to your smaller time frames, you can find other patterns in them embedded in there that can help you pick out these trades. So the on the 4-hour chart, we've hit a level of, that's in my bottom left chart here. We've hit a level of resistance. That's this red line up here from the past, and we have this pin bar reversal and following this rally in price. So that's a good sign that we could be heading lower. And on our entry time frame 15-minute chart in the lower right here, so we're now looking at this red line, by the way, is the same level as the 4-hour level. It's just been duplicated onto this chart. And so the sell I'm going to be looking at here is 73.07. We just barely missed it. And stand by and see what happens. Okay, folks, we are filled at 73.07 on this Aussie US dollar. We are short, and so now it's trade management time, and this is a really, really important part of trading because it can really make or break things for you. We don't know. I mean, this could go up and we could get stopped for a full loss. But what I'm going to do, we have an overall quite a bullish sentiment today on the stock markets and North American stock markets, and generally there's a slight correlation between the Aussie US dollar and the S&P 500, and the S&P 500 is up very, very strongly now, but we've had these things don't last forever. This is a trade that I'm going to remove half of my position when I get my initial risk out of the trade. So in other words, I've got 11 pip risk in this trade. So 73.18 would be a point where I'd be stopped out. But if we get up 11 pips, I'll take half of my position off. Okay, so let's see what happens with it. Okay, just an update here. So this trade is not moving the way we like. And it's had a few closes now against our position. So if it gets back down to my entry, I'll be taking it off for a break-even trade. Okay, so I mean, there's all sorts of ways to manage a trade. We don't tolerate a lot of adverse moves, and so with scalping, you want to get the risk out very quickly and get your profit. Now I've actually reduced the risk now from 11 pips down to 7 pips. So even if I do get stopped out, I won't take a full loss anymore. But I'll look right now to take my trade off for break even down here at 73.07. See what happens. Okay, so here's the thing, folks. I just got stopped out for break even on this trade. And listen, everything that happens now is 100% hindsight. Okay, you don't get to decide afterwards that you should have kept this trade and all that. This is, you have to have a plan going into it, and generally this works very well to recognize if price action is telling you to stay in or not stay in, and take a trade off for break even. I have no problem with break even, and if it goes straight down from here, it's no issue. This is the thing about a trading plan, is a lot of people are so afraid to do something. They have a fear of missing out on a big move and all this kind of thing. You just can't let that happen. You have to have a plan ahead of time of what you're going to do for each situation. If price keeps going up, where am I going to get out for a loss? If price goes down, where am I going to take profit? Where's my first profit? Where's my second profit? How am I going to manage the trade? It's all very, very important. So, I'm out of this trade with a complete break even, and I hope that analysis is helpful. And like I say, no matter what happens here, anybody can look at it now afterwards and say, oh, you should have done this or you shouldn't have done that, and that just is not, that won't cut it in the trading business. Okay, so anyway, I hope that was helpful, and there you go. Thanks. Hey folks, sorry I hit the record button just a little bit late, but I just sold the New Zealand US dollar pair. Now I did that because we're at a resistance level that's trending down on the daily chart with lower highs and lower lows. We hit this level right here, which is a pretty solid level. We had a very strong reaction upwards. So as it traded below it, like, you never know what's going to happen. It's actually come back to it before and reacted, but you never know. It could react again. It may not. What we look for is a pattern when price hits that level, and actually it was a very good 4-hour level too. Just ignore this blue line for now. I'll explain that in a minute, but pretty good level of resistance and support on the 4-hour. And on the 15-minute chart, we have a pattern here we call a swing break / rotation, and that's what's happened here. So what I did is I sold this little tiny neckline on the 15-minute chart, just because if it keeps going up past this, it's probably not going to work out. But so it's an 11 pip risk in this trade, and the profit target on it's going to be obviously much lower down here, but we'll risk 11 pips, and now it becomes a trade management issue, which is really super important as always. So let's stand by and see what happens. Okay, let's check in on this trade. So I sold it here at 69.41, and it's kind of working its way down here. This is a good reaction here. So I've actually reduced my risk quite a bit now. I've got it down to, let me just check my deal here. I got my stop at 46, and I'm in short at 41. So I got only a 5 pip risk. One of the reasons is because we're into the London close right now, so I've really tightened it up. So I want to see if price can get down and get me some profit down into this level down here. I'd like to get 11 pips since that was my initial risk, and we will see what happens. But in any event, it's a very, very small risk trade right now. Okay, just one more update on this trade. So it's still going down a bit here. You see the top of these wicks here? We've actually come and touched those. You know, just because we're well past the London close right now, I'm managing this very tightly, tighter than I normally would, and I've moved my stop right to break even right now. So at 69.41. If it can keep coming down, I'll take a 10 pip profit on my first half of my position, and then I'll leave this for much further price action. It might, you know, move down. Although, you know, after the London close, usually not a lot happens. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it, but at least I get a free look at it all right now. So stand by. Okay, folks, final update on this trade. I just took a 10 pip profit as price retraced down here. Just like I say, time of the day is not normally a lot of movement. So what I've done is taken 10 pips here, and I don't have any risk in the trade anymore. And my next take profits could be down here because this level down here is obviously a very good support level, and it will give me another 30 pips of profit on top of the 10 pips. That's 40 altogether divided by 2 because I did half and half. So that'd be a 20, just about a 20 pip profit, or pretty much a 2-to-1 reward risk. So that's the plan, and you guys can follow it. I'll cap off this recording now and hope that you found that useful. Thanks. So there you go. What do you think? Do you like this kind of trading? Is it a style of trading that's suitable for you? Because I totally get that it's not for everyone. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Notice that with these trades, I didn't guess or wish or hope once I was in a trade. Right? The important thing for traders is that they have a trading plan and know what to do. Even more importantly, that they stick to it. I knew exactly how and where I wanted to get in, and exactly how I was going to manage it once I was in. And we have several different ways to get into scalp trades. So there's opportunities pretty much daily. Nothing works all the time, right? And it's easy to abandon your plan if you have a few losses, say this stuff doesn't work. And that's also when you become especially susceptible to system jumping, because you think that there must be something better out there. Well, in almost every case, I can tell you that the problem is usually with the trader. The trades I showed in this video are ones that we teach. They can easily be learned, and we teach them because over the many years of trading them, they've given us an edge. There are lots of other patterns that also give us an edge, but the problem is that, like, taking on too many patterns is just overwhelming and distracting. So we boil it down to just a few patterns. It's all you need. And then it becomes a matter of you, the trader, zeroing in on the pattern or patterns that you like and taking qualified trades when they show up, right? And with a focus on the process of trading, not on the money, and managing your trades impeccably. Okay, sure, because the money part is ultimately why we do this, but money is a consequence of proper process and understanding the odds game that this is. Okay, this is all something that we teach our traders. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow Canadians. Hope you all have a great weekend. Take care.